Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I'm Zach Grubb.
And Devin Grubb.
And unfortunately, we will not be joined by Matt today. We are postponing his visit to the show for one more episode.
Yeah, he'll be here next episode, episode 4.
Yeah, he's going to join us for episode 4. But today, we are talking about season 3, episode 3, The Case of the Missing Lifeguard.
Ooh.
Very Hardy Boys.
I don't have a whole lot to say on this one.
Same. We think this might be a shorter episode.
If I recall, I'm just gonna go with. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Jump on you all the time. So I saw something, on the interwebs, the other day, and it was basically like every episode 4 of Stranger Things is like a big episode, or like there's a reveal or something like that. So I think this is kind of like the jumping point episode to episode 4. And I think that's right in this season, because I think it's either like Elle's first like confrontation with Billy this way, or it's when they trap him in the sauna. Like something happens
in episode 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the trapping him in a sauna, since it's called the sauna.
I'm pretty sure that's But it's funny because I think we had this same conversation when we were talking about season 2, episode 3. That it was kind of a slower episode, and that it really seemed like it was just building up towards what was going to happen next, because the next episode was such a big deal.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of that in this episode. It's a lot of setup.
Yes.
And it's honestly good setup.
I was just gonna say, it's good setup. It's not like it's boring. It doesn't. Yeah. It's not like it's leading to nowhere. But there's just not a whole lot to talk about. I feel like on our front, you could watch it and think that there's a million things
I think there's a lot
to
talk about around Billy and Elle in this episode.
Yes.
They have the most interesting scenes.
Yes.
So the episode opens with Max and Elle using like Max seeing Elle use her powers for the first time.
Yeah.
Because they're going to spy on the boys.
Yes.
And, they're spying on the boys, so it's just burps and farts galore. That's really all that's going on.
But also, I do want to mention that it's really funny, because Hopper comes home in the middle of this, and the door is shut, and he freaks out. But then when he walks in and he notices and he sees that it's like Max, he's like, oh, this is fine. You're fine. I'm going to go drink and eat my face off, and you're good.
He's already drunk because he got drunk at the freaking restaurant by himself.
Yeah.
So he's just like, oh, okay. And they're like, we're having a sleepover. Is that okay? He's like, yeah.
Does your mom know? And Max is like, duh, yeah.
Yeah. But also, like, what a double standard in terms of having people over. And I don't just say that because, oh, poor Mike. But, like, Ella's supposed to be nobody's supposed to know she's there.
Right.
And Hopper's just totally cool with Max coming over to hang out. And Elle and Max weren't really friends before this.
No, they really weren't because they weren't friends at the end of season 2. And it didn't even seem like they were friends during like the snowball. I guess you're just supposed to assume that they became friends between the snowball and the summer.
I'm pretty sure we watched them become friends in the previous episode. Because they're like when Elle showed up to her house, she was still kind of like confrontational.
Oh, well.
She was a little like
it's
puffed
possible.
up.
I mean,
like, I don't like you, but I have questions for you.
I know he is supposed to be keeping her in secret, but I feel like everybody who was involved with the stuff that happened in season 2 is aware of her whereabouts.
Sure.
So, like, anybody who's privy to it, I feel like is
I'm just saying,
fine.
He doesn't really question it. Like, Elle just spent the entire day at the mall, and he has no idea that happened.
Yeah, he's got no clue about that.
And he doesn't question at all the fact that, oh, this new girl who I've only seen, like, once when all the shit went down is in my house. But because it's a girl, I'm happy about it.
I'm cool with it.
Dopey Hop this season. So they start playing like a game.
They play. It's almost like spin the bottle, but spin the bottle, but they have different characters or different people's names, and they'll spy on whoever it lands on. And the first one it lands on, isn't it Mr. Wheeler? And they're both like,
we don't want to do that. Yeah. But, like, also, it's super cool to just invade people's privacy for fun.
Oh, yeah,
They're kids. Whatever.
I mean, I get it's like her form of prank phone calls.
I guess. Yeah, that's a really good way to put
You know, it's
yeah.
like she's not gonna call people on the phone. She's just gonna like peer into what they're doing and see if it's
your
fun.
refrigerator. Is it on?
Is it on?
So then it lands on Billy.
It lands on Billy. And doesn't Max like warn her like,
it's like, oh, if he's with a girl,
just I'm warning you.
Yeah, get out of there. They make all kinds of noises.
Well, that's later. She says that later on.
But guess what? She finds Billy, and he is with a girl, but it's the scene from the end of the last episode. And she reaches out to him, and he turns around.
And he sees her.
And reaches for her.
Yeah, so like that. Does he reach for her?
Doesn't he? He goes like...
No, I don't think he reaches for her. I think he turns
you're
right. He
turns
looks,
around
and then he disappears because she gets out of there immediately when she sees that he has seen her. Yep. And that, I think, has to do with the fact that he is, tied to Vecna at this point. Like, he's got those powers, so he's been tipped off.
He recognizes them.
And he recognizes that it's her, and he knows that, like, okay, this is my challenge, I feel like. So... That, I guess, that kind of sets in motion the tone for the rest of the season.
Absolutely.
And the tone for next season, almost.
Yeah. Like,
Vecna and Elle are always going to be, like, pitted against each other.
And you have to think of it from this perspective. The Demogorgon noticed Elle in season 1, but that's because it's part of the hive mind.
Right.
And I doubt it specifically saw her and recognized her. It just felt her presence behind it.
Right. The Demogorgon... Sorry. Continue. Sorry.
But then when we get to this point where, Billy is being controlled pretty directly, it seems much more feasible that Vecna's eyes are literally on her.
Yeah. Because it's a direct link.
Yeah. So the next scene we get is, again, coming back to, like, Hopper doesn't really seem to care about his own rules if it doesn't have to do with Mike.
Yeah, if Mike's not involved, he's fine with it.
Yeah, because all of a sudden, he's completely fine with Elle going to Max's house. She's not supposed to go anywhere.
He, like, wakes up and to a note on the fridge that was like, oh, I'm going to Max's and I'm sleeping over. And he's like... Okay, cool. Like, no!
This is the same guy who was like, hey, can I get her out of the house for one night just for the snowball? Then I'll keep her in the house again.
Right. Like, are we just supposed to assume that, like, things have changed? But no, because in the previous episode, when they go to the mall, she's like, there's too many people. I'm not supposed to be around this many people. So she's clearly not going to school.
Nope.
So, this should pose a problem to him.
Again, Hop's characterization in this season is all over the place. It doesn't make sense. He's not the same dude that he is in seasons 1, 2, and 4.
No. I forgot how, like, I know we always talked about it whenever we would talk about season 3, how we don't like Hopper this season, but I feel like I didn't realize how much of a change to his character there was.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people try to play it off as like, oh, this is Dad Hop. No, like, that's dumb.
It's not, though. It's not. Because if he was really being Dad Hop, he would care that the person that he's supposed to be protecting and keeping from people was just going off and being around people that he doesn't really know. Like, I'm sorry, they should all have to pass a freaking background check if they want to hang out with her at this point.
Up to this point, the only time we saw Elle outside of the house was when she was with Dustin, Mike, Lucas, and I guess
Max was there.
Max was there, but Max
so
was like
Will,
with Lucas. You know what I mean?
Right, but it was the core group. She wasn't going out anywhere. Like, she was going to Dustin's house.
Right.
She'd go to, I don't even know that she's ever gone to Mike's house? Like, everybody has to come to her.
I mean, I think we can assume that she was probably allowed to go to Mike's house. Actually, maybe not, considering what's going on with Mike's family and them knowing that he, like, harbored her. It's actually her being at Dustin's doesn't make a super lot of sense either.
No,
but we have to like take.
I mean, I guess
that
if to
with
get
a
some
grain
give
of salt,
some
I guess.
leeway, but I don't know. I feel like there are he's making exceptions.
Yeah.
I feel like if it doesn't involve Mike one-on-one, it's okay.
Yeah. Like it's not. I imagine when they went to Dustin's, Mike probably went to the house with everyone. It was like, we're going straight to Dustin's. You know, you can drive us if you're cool. That you could drive us there. We won't be on the streets or anything. We're going straight to Dustin's. We're doing this. Then we're gonna, hang out together in areas where there will not be a lot of people.
Yeah.
Whereas with Max, it's like, I'm going to Max's house. Bye. No questions.
No questions at all.
And
like,
no reaction. Just like,
No.
okay, I'm cool with this.
Right. Well, she's already gone.
Yeah, but like Hopper from last season, if she left
Would
the
have
house,
like hunted her down.
excuse me, like
Right.
I'm calling Max's parents, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna like, yeah.
And then is it still Hopper or is
It is.
okay
It is.
with Joyce?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to put before that happens. There's a D&D wake up call, and I just thought it was funny that like the sleepover at Mike's house has with it's Mike and Lucas
It's
and
Mike, yeah.
Dustin. Not Dustin. Sorry. Will wakes them up in his wizard outfit and is like, "We're gonna play D&D right now."
He really doesn't take no for an
I
answer.
know, he's like forces them into it. I mean, that's not really relevant to what we were just talking about, but I wanted
That's
to put,
that scene happens between this.
it
Yeah,
happens
so that's
between
fine.
it. So I needed to bring it up.
Yeah.
Because we'll get back to that, and I have a point to make.
Hop is a complete ass to
Yeah.
Joyce.
He's really selfish this season, too.
He is. Like, obviously, he's upset that Joyce stood him up.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But when she comes to him like, hey, there's weird things happening in Hawkins.
I think it's the lab.
Right. His first reaction is, weird things happening in Hawkins. Joyce is the one calling it out. She has been right every single time this has come up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you're making things up. You're making up problems in your head to keep you from being happy. Buddy, she doesn't need to make things up. She's consistently the person finding things that are wrong. Like,
Yeah.
that she's
It's like I said, he's incredibly selfish. And like she immediately goes to the lab and he's like, well, there's nobody at the lab, so you're wrong.
How many times does this woman have to be right before people start listening to her?
It's true. Murray listens to her in season 4.
Yeah. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So it takes 4 seasons before somebody listens to her.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. I also thought this was pretty cool. This season gives Elle a lot of agency. Like, she's out there solving mysteries with Max.
Hardy Boys.
Hardy
like you
Boys,
said. Yeah. Nancy Drew.
It is. And they keep calling
and they
Nancy
keep calling
Drew. Yeah.
Nancy Drew as a mean way, in like being mean about it, but I mean
It's an old meme, but it checks out.
But meanwhile, Max and 11 are over here actually being Nancy Drew.
Yeah, literally. I just think it's nice that we get to focus on Elle kind of using her powers for herself in ways that she is deciding to use them.
Nobody's telling her how she has to use them. In season 1, she's told how she has to use them. In season 2, she's told how she has to use them.
She ultimately makes the decision for herself in season 2, but
at the end,
yeah,
the very end, this season, it's clear she's like, I have these powers, I have this capability, and this is how I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now she's trying to use it for some good because she knows that something has happened to this girl. Because they snoop around Billy's bathroom, find that he had ice in his bathtub, and they find the
bloody bag,
the lifeguard pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she knows that there's so they set out on a quest to save the lifeguard.
And then we get Dustin and Steve, spies in disguise. Looking for Russians.
They're trying to find the Russians.
And I mean, there's nothing to this scene, but it's very funny.
Doesn't he? Steve's like, how do we know that they're a Russian spy? And he's like, well, they'll be blonde and have a duffel bag.
Blonde, duffel bag, sunglasses, earpieces, that kind of thing. Like the most typical spy movie bullshit.
Yeah, from the 80s.
Although I did like this one line where Dustin's trying to tell him that he should date Robin, and Steve's like, "I give you the advice. That's not how this works, Henderson." So there's some levity in that scene. Doesn't really add anything, but it was good.
It's a fun scene between the two of them.
Exactly. We get back to Mike
and
then
Lucas.
We're back
to Mike and Lucas, and I just have something to say. They have no desire to play D&D with their best friend all summer. This summer, he moves to California, and they join a D&D club.
It's like the first thing they do.
Like, they have noticed, this is the summer before they start high school. At the end of this season, Will moves to California, miles and miles away from them. And they start high school, and they're like, oh, there's a D&D club? Sure, let's join. That's so rude.
It really is.
It's so rude.
It's messed up.
You wanted nothing to do with this game with your best friend, and now this is what you choose to do.
What, did you think we were just going to play D&D forever? Yeah, I thought we did. Will leaves. Okay, let's go play D&D.
Let's go play D&D forever.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a cool super senior who wants us to play D&D. Let's go.
He's a super senior.
So they do try to apologize to Will because they like completely blow off the game.
Yeah.
And he gets really upset. But it's too little too late. And I think when we were talking about it while watching, like that's the theme of this season.
It's the theme
too
of
little
this season.
too late.
Everything that everybody does, it's like, well, it's kind of too late for that now.
Oh, and in that argument, Mike calls out that Will doesn't like girls.
Yeah, when he's leaving.
Yeah, and I think that the season 4 laid it out. Will's gay.
Yeah. That's kind of the first, like, I mean, it's kind of hinted at.
It's the first acknowledgement.
It's the first acknowledgement outward. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is kind of hinted at in previous seasons.
Yeah, and I don't think Mike quite understands what he's saying there. He doesn't mean it as Will, you are gay. He means it as like it's not our fault that you're not interested in girls and we are.
Right.
Like it's much more innocent than
that.
Yeah,
it's not. It's like, well, we like girls and you just don't like them yet. Like,
right.
You're a late bloomer kind of thing.
And you could argue that it was like a sense of arrested development for Will, that he didn't really, he lost out on so much time and he was put through so much trauma.
Yeah.
That he's just behind developmentally.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not really what's going on here, and season 4 makes that pretty clear.
Yeah, because Will's kind of really taken aback by that statement.
Yeah, like the way he acts that scene is like, oh, I'm found out.
Right, like I don't even know.
Yeah,
like I feel really bad for Will in this episode, just in general, like with what happens afterward. Like I feel
rough.
Bad for Will.
It's rough.
Yeah. We're back to 11 and Max.
Yep.
Trying to find the
Heather,
the lifeguard. They find out who she is because they go to the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they try to find Heather, the lifeguard. They find her in an ice bath.
They do. Also,
she uses the picture.
Yeah, she uses that picture. I thought it was cool that it seems like 11's like deprivation things are getting more and more makeshift as the seasons go on because she's getting stronger.
Yeah.
She doesn't need as much filtering out of the noise around her.
She just
to do what she needs to do.
She just needs some white noise because I mean in this bit all Max does is just turn the showers on.
Well, and they like put some tape over
over goggles. That's it. I think it's only when she's going into like
into someone's mind,
or like harder to get to places that she really needs to be fully like in that sensory deprivation kind of like chamber thing, even though they're all makeshift at this point.
It's true. Then we go back to the lab with Hop and Joyce.
Yes.
And he is way too flippant about the fact that they are in this lab.
He's so nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, whatever.
We're
nothing
here.
Me.
Hey, look, that's where your boyfriend got gutted by a demodog.
Right.
He doesn't literally say that.
No, he doesn't say that, but he might as well.
Yeah.
Like, this is clearly a place of trauma. It should be a place of trauma for you,
and
too.
He's just stomping around like, I don't want to be here.
Right. Like, you're supposed to be with this person that you, like, you love her. You're not really showing it.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to make it known that I'm pretty sure that there are some Jonathan and Nancy parts during this episode that we didn't write anything about.
It was very boring.
Because it didn't really appeal to us, so we were like, meh.
I wouldn't even say it didn't appeal to us. It's just not interesting when compared to everything else going on. Like, yeah, narratively, it's
I have one note about it. I have one note about it.
I'm sure we'll get to it. But after Hopper being an asshole at the lab, we do go back to Dustin and Robin.
I just want to. He has it's back to sorry.
Oh yeah,
he's lack of care. He's got a lack of care and a lack of empathy.
Yeah.
Towards what Joyce is clearly going through in this scene, and it's like you said, with like this is where your boyfriend was killed, and you're just acting like it's no big deal.
But then, like later on in this same episode, he like tries to have a heart to heart with her, and it's like, okay, well.
But
why
it's
is this happening now?
It's a bad one, though.
Yeah.
It's not, because he's not cool about it.
Yeah.
He's acting cool. He's like, it's a...
Let's get into this now.
Sorry, yeah. So, while they're still in the lab, before, like, apparently Joyce is fixing up her house to put it on the market and move. And Hopper is essentially like, yeah, I know. So-and-so told me. Do the kids know? And that, like, almost like he's guilting her.
He is. He's guilt-tripping her.
Guilt-tripping her into staying. But why would you want to stay in a place that has so much, trauma and heartbreak for you? Like, and you're clearly no help right now because you've done nothing but belittle this situation and like made her feel like crap about the fact that she thinks that these things are going on.
Yeah, and like he tries to appeal to her by like, well, like when Sarah died, like I had to leave. Mm-hmm. But that's because I didn't have anybody. You have people in this town who care about you.
Right.
It's like, dude, show it.
Right. Like, okay.
Confronting her about it like this in the lab.
Right. The one place, it's the one place that she doesn't want to be, but she knows that something's going on, and this is the first place that she would think of to go.
Naturally.
Yeah, it made me angry.
Yeah.
That scene.
Again, it's Hopper acting in self-interest where we don't typically see him doing that.
Right.
So...
We'll go back to the mall now.
Yeah. Dustin's wearing a Weird Al shirt.
He is. Such a fun call.
Which I thought was brave. So 2 Weird Al call-outs this season.
Yeah. So, comes back around. But they find, during Dustin and Steve spying, they find a man that fits their typical Russian spy appearance. He's got blonde hair, is wearing sunglasses, and carrying a duffel bag. So naturally, they follow him through the mall, and he's an exercise instructor.
Yeah, he's running a jazzercise class. But Robin cracks the code.
Yes. So she gets a second. She translates the second part of the code so that it winds up being. The week is long. The silver cat feeds when blue meets yellow in the west. A trip to China sounds nice if you tread lightly. And what tips her off is when somebody comes to drop off
a package.
Yep. To it's to Scoops Ahoy, right?
Yep.
And it's the company is Lynx Transportation,
and there's a silver cat on his back.
So she literally like runs into the mall and like pieces it all together, and she's like, I cracked your code, and putting the hyperfixation to good use.
Yeah. She's basically a member of the party now.
Oh, absolutely.
And then my next note was, I'm just not interested in Nancy this season.
Yeah, well...
Do you have anything on that scene? I honestly don't remember.
No, because the only thing I said is find the old lady eating fertilizer.
Oh, yeah,
and that happens later. That's all I have.
Finally,
I jumped the gun. They find the old lady with the rats eating fertilizer. Oh, I guess she got eaten by the rat.
Yeah, that's like the cliffhanger for their story for this episode.
Yeah.
Which, solid cliffhanger.
Oh, it's a good one.
Way to actually do something with that story.
But nothing before that It's just
yeah.
whatever.
I'm being made fun of. They're not taking me seriously. I guess we're going to go back.
And you had said, we didn't write anything down, but you had said when we were talking about it, and I think you said in the previous season that she's doing a lot of things that are kind of out of character for Nancy.
Yeah.
You know, she's acting on impulse.
Yeah. Which, I mean, Nancy does, sure, just not constantly.
Right. She usually thinks, like, she acts on her impulses, but she thinks them through before she just does it. Like, she always has a plan. It's never just, well, I'm going to go do this now.
Yeah.
You know, I think she said, she was like, oh, you should act first, apologize later, or something like that is what she said. And it was like, that's not really your motto, Aunt Nancy. You listening to Murray too much?
That is a Murrayism.
Mike and Lucas go after Will.
Yeah, they really want to fix...
They want to do right by him.
Yeah, they want to fix the argument. Like, they understand that they've been being shitty, and they want to find him and, like, really apologize to him.
Yeah.
But Will just has too much drama. He ends up completely destroying Castle Byers.
He feels more alone.
Yeah, he feels like he's losing his connections to his friends.
And like this is the first season where he actually should feel connected to his friends because he doesn't have any weird things happening to him, and he feels more isolated from them because he's not up to their speed.
Yeah,
I guess is that's the best phrase that I have for it.
It's the first time he and his friends have had differing interests.
Yeah.
And he's not handling it well.
He's not handling it well at all. And I feel like they should give him, throw him a bone a little bit, like he didn't have what they had.
I think they realized that. That's why they're looking for him, is they realized they should have just played the game and tried to have fun with him.
Yeah.
Like, after he got upset, they were like, oh, we messed up.
Yeah,
like,
they knew they did bad.
Yeah. So we go back to Dustin, Steve, and Robin. They find the Russians. Not too much happens there.
No, they're just spying on them.
Yeah, they're just
pretty
spying
much.
They're setting that up for later.
Yeah, they do make a noise that like tips the Russians off that somebody is watching them, but they don't get caught. That's kind of like the end of their part of the episode. But yeah, like you said, it's kind of setting them up for what they're going to be dealing with later on.
And then we have the last scene of the episode.
Well, no.
Last couple scenes.
Hopper.
There's more. Oh yeah, he fights a Russian.
While they're at the lab, they hear like a noise or whatever, and they go investigate, and a Russian is sneaking around the lab, and they get into a fight, and the Russian beats the shit out of Hopper.
Yeah, Hopper gets his ass beat.
Yeah, and like I said to you when we were watching it, I feel like season 1 and 2 Hop probably wouldn't have won the fight, but he would have been able to hold his own.
Yeah.
I think Hopper got in like one punch during this fight, and that was it. Like, dude, stop eating your chips.
Yeah, is Hopper just like severely out of shape?
He's just out of shape. He's like not doing anything.
Like what is he doing?
He's sitting on the couch, drinking beer, eating chips, watching TV, and stewing in the fact that his teenage daughter has a girlfriend.
Boyfriend.
Oops.
So like, but like when we saw Hopper in season 1, he's basically doing the same thing.
Right.
Except, I guess now he's not getting laid, so there goes his cardio.
I mean, I don't know. Like, and not to fat shame or anything, but like he's not getting his exercise. You need to get your exercise, Hop. You gotta beat the Russians. Like,
not to fat shame David Harbour or anything.
But you need to beat the Russians, and you can't beat the Russians if you're not doing your workouts. They're doing workouts every day.
They're working them pecs. They're
do
working
your
them
workouts.
Glutes.
Oh.
So then we get the scene with Billy.
So they track
Max and Elle.
Max and 11 track Heather, and they to her house.
Yep.
Essentially. And they find Billy there.
Having dinner. Being charming.
Yep. Just being Mr. Charm. And I said He was very Peter the Orderly.
Yes.
The
Yes.
one of the many personalities of Vecna.
Yes, he was absolutely playing that overly polite, formal. Like he's like, "This is my sister Maxine."
Yeah.
And then he's standing next to Ellen and he goes, "I don't believe I've gotten your name." And the way he's talking to her, the way he's looking at her, I'm like, that's Vecna. He doesn't know what she's calling herself right now.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't just going to call her 11.
11, right. Like, because that might not be what her name is right now.
Yep.
There's also a flash to the gate being closed during that scene. Like, he's flashing back and he's like, yup, that's who I thought it was.
That's you.
That's you.
I recognize you.
And while this happens, you see Will with Castle Byers destroyed, and he's got, like, you know, his little goosebumps that he gets when he senses it.
Yep.
And he knows he's back, and he says it to, because Lucas and Mike find him at that point, right?
Do they? I don't think so.
Doesn't he say he's back?
No, we said that.
I thought he said that. I thought he said it this episode, though.
I don't think so.
I could be wrong.
I think his bit ended with him feeling the pricklies on his neck.
Okay.
Lucas and Will haven't found him yet.
They haven't found him yet. Okay, but Will knows that he's back.
Yeah, and seeing 11 is what made Vecna, like, flare up and gave Will that warning.
Right, because Will is still, you know,
Connected.
like we've been saying, Will is still connected to him in some way. And then they leave, and they attack Heather's parents for their army, right?
Yep, they're building up the army.
And she says, it'll all be over soon. You know, Vecna likes to say that.
That's his line.
That's his line.
That's literally his line. Like, that is what he says to people before he does terrible things.
Yep. Oh, just relax. It'll be over soon.
Yep. Classic villain line, really.
It is. And delivered by Jamie Campbell Bower in that terrifying voice is
fantastic.
It's so good. And I love that that's his voice.
Yeah.
Like
that's just him.
It's just his voice. He just did the Vecna voice.
So, I mean, that's really all there is to this episode.
Yeah.
Nothing mind-blowing, nothing earth-shattering, just honestly a lot of complaints on my end about just the characterization of Hopper. And Nancy a little bit. Like, I can still... Nancy's still acting in ways that kind of make sense for Nancy. It's not that far out of character. I just don't agree with how short-sighted she's being, because that doesn't seem like her. But it's nothing major.
No.
Hopper is just a completely different dude.
I can't remember if the stuff with Nancy and Jonathan gets more interesting as the season goes on. I'm going to assume it might get a little bit more interesting since they found the old lady.
I'm going to say the fact that we can't remember is a pretty big red flag.
Yeah, that's probably that's probably factual.
But we'll see.
But we don't know. Like I said, this season is full of, like, black holes for me, so I feel like I'm watching it.
There's much more to sink our teeth into doing it the way that we're doing it.
Well, yeah, with information that we have for the future.
A lot of these lines, a lot of these allusions, like, we probably wouldn't have cared about them the first time around, and it kind of leaves holes in the season.
Yeah,
but that's different now.
We're filling the gaps with the things that we already know.
Exactly. Which
is making this season more meatier for us.
It's making the whole show feel more cohesive.
Yes.
Aside from the major fact of, you know, there only being one kid that had different powers from all the other kids in the program. 8. She like, her whole storyline is still the only thing that doesn't feel cohesive in all of this.
I thought we were going to forget about her.
Well, we're talking about cohesion here, and we're talking about how all of this is fitting together really well, and, you know, taking season 4 into account, that's the only thing that really doesn't fit.
All right, that's true, because when you get to season 4 and we see the flashbacks to 11 as a small child in the lab, they all have her powers.
Yeah, they all have the same powers.
Yeah.
So it's And that's why I feel like it's the one thing the Duffers want us to forget about.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that really doesn't fit this overall narrative. I'll end it there. I just thought it was interesting to bring up because we are really seeing all of this fit together so well.
No, it's true. Everything does fit, and that's like, that's the sore thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably it for us today.
That is. I just want, just a quick announcement. If you haven't already, we sat in with Ham Radio Media on an episode. So that aired on January 20th. So if you get a chance, you should go listen to that, and then just listen to their podcast in general because they're really cool ladies. So
it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun to sit in with them. They asked us some questions about our theories and such, and it was a good time. It was cool to theorize with some fellow fiends,
fellow Stranger Things nuts.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna see about having them on for our season wrap up this year or this time around.
For this season, yeah, we're gonna try to bring them on, see if they would like to join us, and if they have the same feels about this season as we do.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then next episode we'll have my brother, who is an avid fan of this season. So
really like season 3.
We'll see what he's got to bring to the table.
Also,
for this
an
one.
avid fan of season 3 Hopper.
Yeah, he really likes season 3 Hopper, which is this would have been funny.
Which is it's fine. He can be wrong. That's okay.
You're entitled to your wrong opinions.
Exactly. So, signing off from the Hawkins Hellfire Collective, I'm Zach Grubb.
And Devin Grubb. Dusty Buns gets it done.